Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be covering over the Twitch Prime free deck, Boros Battalion. So, I want to apologize ahead of time. This video is probably going to end up coming out a day later than my normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. For whatever reason, OBS was having some kind of weird problems, and was exporting files out that couldn't be uploaded, so I literally had to re-record this. This is the third time I'm now recording this video, so I apologize for the delay. So, Boros Battalion, I'm usually pretty up to date with all of the free stuff that's given out for MTG Arena. I consider myself relatively attuned to what's going on in Arena, and I had never heard this. The only reason I even knew about it was because my son had gone on to Twitch Prime to get something else that was going on for free in Fortnite, and he had noticed that, hey, Dad, did you get this MTG Arena free deck? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't even know it was there. So I want to switch over real quick. This is obviously, I had to use a little paint magic here, but this is the screenshot that he had sent me from Twitch Prime, and of course I covered over the code because I think it's personal. I don't think it matters because I already turned mine in. But running from April 25th to June 25th, they're giving away a free Boros Legion deck just for being a member of Twitch Prime. So if you don't already know, if you're a Amazon Prime member, Twitch Prime is already free. So, I mean, if you're not on Amazon Prime, I mean, what are you doing with your life? Like, honestly, I recognize it is a little bit pricey, but you also get free access to Prime Video. Myself, our family uses it mostly around Christmas time when we do all the free shipping and our shopping from from Amazon, so it really does tend to pay for itself. And in this case, I got a free Boros deck. So let's go in and take a look at the contents of this deck. I'm actually pretty impressed. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I think there's another free Boros deck too, but it doesn't have all of this stuff. So the main premise of this is really kind of building upon the mentor mechanic. It's not super intuitive, but I mean, it is a free deck. So I mean, I know a majority of, well, maybe not necessarily a majority, a lot of the subscribers to my channel are either free to play or those that aren't putting a ton of money into Arena and are really interested in the free decks and how to get stuff for free. Well, this is how you do it. Go to Twitch Prime, put the code in, boom, free Boros deck. And there's some pretty good cards in here too. 2 copies of Sure Strike, 2 Boros Challengers, 4 Frustrated Recruits, 3 Justice Strikes, which was really nice to see in this one, 2 Legion Guildmage, cool card. One of the rares that came into this was Response Resurgence, fantastic card to add in here. One of the other rares, Swiftblade Vindicator, another great one. 3 Blade Instructors, 3 Luminous Bonds. I do want to take note, the Luminous Bonds is in the alternate art because I went ahead and got the alternate art through other free means through Arena, so if you haven't done those already, I think this one was the shiny one. There was whenever this first came out, it was one of the Twitch streams that they had given out codes for. I'm positive where that one came from. Spellgorger Weird, a card from War of the Spark comes in. Granted, it is a common, but another one that's being added to this list. 2 Skyknight Legionnaires, one of my draft favorites. Tajic, another rare on top of that. And Aurelia, a mythic on top of all of that. You also get 2 Hammer Droppers, 2 Truefire Captains, and 2 Garrison Sergeants. You also get Light of the Legion, so that is like a 5th rare. So there's 4 rares and a mythic in this free deck, so no joke. I mean, they did give you some pretty halfway decent things. And Swathcutter Giant, pretty cool guard, a little bit pricey for what he does, but it's okay. What you also end up with is 10 plains, 11 mountains, and 4 Boros Guildgates for the deck. So so much for all of that. Let's go ahead and play some games with it and see how well it does. I wouldn't obviously consider this deck to be, you know, top tier or anything like that, but it is a good deck for new players, new to the game, just trying to get started out in Arena. Free deck, can't argue with that. I also had an interesting request come in by email if somebody was interested in wanting to know if I had tried out the beginning player track. All these good cards, and unfortunately no mana to cast the reds. Not willing to sit for 3 turns or 4 turns, so I am going to mulligan that one. I'll go with this one, bud. This is okay. A little slow, but is what it is. So, I do want to leave that up to the audience. If you're watching this video and you're interested in seeing me create a brand new account and start running the beginner's track and go through and unlock all the cards that comes out of that, let me know. I most certainly be willing to give that a shot. We'll drop the Guildgate because we don't really have anything at 1 cost anyway. Sentinel. I could potentially Justice Strike that. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off. It's a little early to start burning that spell. I'll take it. I'm okay with it. I really want to get Aurelia out. That's really what I want to do. 1 man away from doing it. This looks like it's going to be a green ramp deck, so I might be better off holding off a lot of these do damage spells that I'm holding off in my hand here. Oh, there's Aurelia mana right there. Unfortunately, again, I'm going to be stuck for another turn. Alright, let's see what we get here. No, just going to take that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take that with a smile. Oh, this looks like it might be the starter deck. See, I was complaining... Gotta go ahead and put Aurelia down. I was complaining that whenever you play with these pre-built starter decks, things like that, that you get paired up against like super meta decks, and like it's not really a good test of a deck if you can't really try it out. He is definitely looking at her going, what am I gonna do about that? He's thinking. But anyway, so the point, I kind of lost track there for a moment because I was sitting there wondering what he's holding on to here. It was one of my bigger complaints, especially for new players to the game, that they get paired up against other players. I remember it was a question in the Facebook group for MTG Arena, was if the Planeswalker decks were worth it, and I absolutely agree that I think they are worth going out. A, getting them in paper, because it's always nice to have them in paper. I have a feeling something catastrophic is coming, but let's see what happens. I was expecting a Titanic growth, actually, to be honest with you. And my response, of course, is to getting the Planeswalkers decks. Absolutely, they're great places to start playing in paper Magic. It's a good starting point for any new player. Where do we want to go here? I think I'm going to hold back my 3-1 as a blocker and go in with Aurelia. But I think the Planeswalker decks are a great place to start a new player playing the game. It gets some paper cards in hands, gets you to opening a couple of booster packs, and you get the MTG Arena code to go along with it. The problem that I have found when playing on Arena is they don't pair you very well. You end up getting paired against... let's go ahead and give them that. Probably should have just given it to Aurelia. But let's see what he does. Make Aurelia bigger. That's what he does. Totally worth it. I'll lose him for that. So his ability is where it's going to come in. He gains double strike if you have a gate in play. So this is one of those instances where, yeah, you could go ahead and replace these with rare lanes, but using his ability for double strike is amazing. And he's going to learn all about that. I'm still going to kill it. Bet you he wasn't expecting that. And now I'm going to get the giant. And I will attack with her. Good game. But anyway, so kind of get back on track with the conversation I was having. I feel that Arena should pair Planeswalker decks against Planeswalker decks. That's awesome. Oh, I wish there was an LOL button on here. I really do. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. I do wish that the algorithm plays knew exactly which the starter decks were, knew exactly what the Planeswalker decks available on Arena were, or it was able to identify decks that didn't have top-tier meta builds and be able to pair those against other people. So that when you get one of the Planeswalker decks in Arena, that you're not just going right up against Esper Control or Boros or mid-range, Golgari mid-range decks or any, well, that's what, current in the meta now, Sultai mid-range decks. Like, so that you played against other Planeswalker decks. There have to be other players out there playing out there. I'd be willing to wait an additional 35 seconds, to get that. Could be keepable. I can absolutely see mentoring and getting this thing bigger and bigger with his double strength, vigilance, and trample. That could be huge. Let's see where it goes. Hammer Dropper, as cool as he is with that 5 Mentor, it is the 2 toughness that is so painful. Aurelia on board too. Aurelia with Swiftblade Vindicator, great combo. Cindervines, interesting. So this looks like it might be the Gruul deck. It's not even Gruul Warriors anymore, because it used to just be everything that was in that Warrior type. Everyone just kind of took those. They've definitely evolved that deck quite a bit. Oh, this might be ye old Dino deck. This should be interesting, because when that Dino deck gets going, it gets going. No, I'll hold for the moment. I really like getting Hammer Dropper out and then Aurelia. So most likely he's going to cast some big scary dinosaur. Normally what this deck does, if it's doing the Enrage thing, it gets the Forerunner out that basically does 1 damage across the board every time something comes out. It really starts ramping up that... you get things like Polyraptor in that, which is actually kind of scary. When it starts replicating itself. Dorme. Interesting. Interesting choice.
It's a beautiful day for chaos, isn't it?
Interesting choice. Do I want Hammer Dropper? I think I'm going to go Aurelia. I'm going to go Aurelia. So it doesn't matter which one he goes with. It's still going to do first strike damage and kill.
Now you're getting the spirit! I'll be back after I've licked my wounds. You'll see.
This should be interesting. My assumption is he's not going to swing into this. It's a fair assumption. So we're going to bring out the Hammer Dropper here. So that should be more than enough to take care of one Mr. Dino. Oh, you could do that too. That works. He's not getting anything that he needs to help him here. So we're going to make this redonkulous. So we're going to give this to him. So we are going to attack. Hold him back. He's going to give that to Aurelia. He's going to think he's going to pull one in here by blocking with the old dinosaur. We're going to give him Sure Strike. I'll take that damage, that's fine. Because he now has Trample, Vigilance, and First Strike. And I think he's calling it quits here. I'm waiting to see what he pulls down here. Still waiting. Ooh, Demanding Dragon. Good one. I am just going to decline and take 5 damage. Because I'm going to put Luminous Bonds on the old Demanding Dragon. Which is going to make him sad. Justice Strike could work too. Let's just Justice Strike it and get it out of the way. And he quits. So I don't know what that deck was. I thought that might have been the quote-unquote meta Gruul deck, but it doesn't contain Demanding Dragon to my knowledge. Good deck. Cindervines is usually the big Call to the Feast, have oodles of that one. Cindervines is usually the dead giveaway for that Gruul deck. It's mostly there to compete against control decks, which is super huge, and then it throws things like Mobilized District, which I love, so when they do board wipe it, you still have creatures on the board because they're all on the land. I'm actually really surprised they didn't do more of those in this block. I really thought that's what they were going to go with for War of the Sparks. But maybe we'll see more of that in Core M20. Lands, the man lands that can turn into creatures, because that would really help against some of those. Ooh, this is really good. All the things. Sure. Alright, maybe it's not really good. Maybe I'm going a little bit overboard on that. Because unless I get a white mana here, I'm going to be... No, I can go ahead and go with this, because he played a tap land. Alright, let's see what he's got. Go with the old Boros Challenger. We're just talking about control decks. Lightning Strike. So we're going to drop an old land. Let's go with Skyknight Legionnaire and attack right away. Interesting. He is Garrison Sergeant. Wish he had haste. That double strike's going to be really nice if I get a chance to get that to go off. Deafening Clarion. Love the control decks. Five Vigilance. Can't pull that one on that. But he can. Oh, interesting.
I won't hide from the world, and let's take it back.
Interesting choice. Well, we would have to close this out with control against our fun deck. But it is what it is. Yep. The no fun clause here, Mr. Teferi. All the cards I'm looking forward to on rotating out of rotation. Teferi, shirts for his Kanta. Man, can't wait for some of those control staples to walk away from the game. Well, this game's over. The only chance we had there was to potentially get down a creature with haste that might have come in and done something to Teferi. It's not going to happen now. Oh boy, the fun killer himself. I can't wait until this card rotates out. Fall 2019. Oh, it's Super Friends. All the Planeswalkers. Let's go with all the Planeswalkers. Now, the interesting thing here, of course, with Sarkhan's ability, they're all dragons. Yeah, this is a great deck. So, I know people complain about control decks and the no win conditions. This one absolutely has a win condition. It turns all of their Planeswalkers into creatures that fly and punch you in the face at 4/4s. So, this one is legitimately over. Really cool to kind of see the deck. Sure, why not? This is where War is going, by the way. If you haven't seen the set, this is where War of the Sparks is going. The Super Friends decks, multiple Planeswalkers down. Sure, why not? Let's just add another. Oh my goodness. All right, look, if I'm gonna lose, I'm look at this. Look at this. Look how cool this turned out to be. They can still use their abilities when they're in the creature mode. That's cool.
I'll block them off.
I didn't realize that once they went into creature mode, that they're all in the air. I don't think I can block any of that. Sure, I'll block the one on the ground. It's not like it's going to help. I don't know why he just didn't attack with all of them. So, good game out of my opponent. So, at least we got to see a cool deck before it went out. So, That's all the further I'm going to go on this one. This is obviously I'm trying to play catch up, so I want to try to record 2 videos in one night and get them all edited so that we have the week all out. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. Really do appreciate that. If you are so inclined, there is a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, we shall see you guys in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.